What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes, and this is, as promised, the second episode of the day, showing how the Stars and Stripes, or the Red, White, and Blue squad, is going to finish off that tournament. This is going to be episode number 44 of my Path to Power, and we are headed straight into the match against Moppy or something like that. Mop is epic, or maybe that's his squad name, and to have all those X's in your squad name, you had better be epic. And he's got a very nice Cameroon side, and Cameroon's kind of one of those teams. If you're looking for a 4-star side and head-to-head, they are a very, very strong side to pick, as they are extremely pacey. Josie Altidore gets a nice over-the-top ball, one touch outside, and that's like his power touch. But how about that for a chip? Get your dip out. We're watching that movie back. Get a load of that replay. Throwing that little dirty talk in there in the 10th minute. He is actually very, very fun to play with. I was actually kind of surprised, given he's very fun to play with. I don't really know what more to say beyond that, but we're going to show all the build-up in these goals. I didn't score loads of goals with this team. I had loads of chances. Sometimes the passing was a bit debatable. Would I absolutely recommend them? Not so much, but maybe as a hybrid side with some of the MLS players, some of the other American players, then I think you'd be good to go. But how about this for a strike from Breck Shea? That is why I love Big Breck on this game. Talk dirty to me. 36th minute goal. He just absolutely lashes it at running that counter. He's the one that started it, gets it back, and his left foot is so good. As we talked about in the previous episode today, he is quite good in the air as well. With something in the mid-70s heading and being as tall as he is, that is a very, very good stat. It means his jumping is quite quality. Another man whose heading is quite good is Clint Dempsey right there, cross goal. He is so good at his positioning and attacking work rate in the box. But this guy gets one back here. That's 100% my fault, trying to pull a cheeky little offside strap. If you guys have played with me on clubs, or actually ever played against me on clubs, I suppose, you guys would know that. I've been playing loads and loads of clubs last night. Had an awesome session with Josh Flip. A guy called D.Shifty Nepenthes, AA9 Skills, and I think that was it with who we played with last night. If I'm leaving someone out, I do apologize for that. But that was the crew that we were rolling with. It was quite fun. We win more often than we lose, but hey, there are those every so often. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut, if you guys don't know what I mean with that. I'm sure you can figure it out. You guys, I've got the smartest subscriber base out there, so I'm sure that you guys can figure it out. That's how that match ends, and we take a victory. Moving on into the final, and Clint Dempsey and Danny Cruz taking the top honors there with a 7.8. Poor match rating. But sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles, and you play with what you got. But we're walking our way into the final. Checking a few messages real quick. I was going to give a response, but I figured, hey, we'll do it after the match, after I get done recording. And there we go. On into the next match of the tournament. Come up against this guy. And this is my final. Like, that is not a top quality Spanish side in any way, shape, or form. So guys, if you have a national team side, I would recommend playing in this tournament. As we went over in the last episode, there are quite a few quitters in this tournament, but there are also not very strong sides that people are using to play with. But that's just a really quick counter goal. And of course, Dempsey wide open for a cross. Josie Altidore, who knew, left-footed cross. I don't know if he could have pulled that off in real life. He's got like I don't know. He's getting a lot better, guys. I always forget that he's still so young, but he's kind of coming into his own now. He scored quite a few strong goals for AZ Alkmaar this year. So if you guys have, I guess I could link one of them below. But we're hoping for big things from him still for the U.S. national team. Clint Dempsey breaking free, showing off those 4-star skills. Gets very lucky on that guy's miss header, and it pops right back up to him. Sits up nicely for a volley after the advanced rainbow, and he puts it away. That's how this one's going to end 2-0 in the final. So we are 3,500 coins richer and one more trophy better. This guy ends up quitting. That's why we haven't been able to show loads of goals. Most of these people did not make it to the full time. But there are 3,500 coins. What to do with them, I think it's time to build that, I think it's going to be an epic hybrid. I've already got it in mind. It's going to be a very strong hybrid side, and we're going to go in hopefully today or tomorrow. I'll probably play it today. Hopefully I can show you guys tomorrow and see how it works out against the computer on ultimate difficulty. it should make for an interesting time. But you can see all the other cards that we were trading previously have sold, all except for Marco Reus, but we'll lower his price, and I'm sure he will sell a little bit. We'll still make about 4,000 or 5,000 coins on him, which will be plenty. And there it is, he has sold. This is a bit of a time later. We're gonna go on and sell on this U.S. national team, as they weren't my favorite to play with, but they were some very, very good players in there. And when I say they weren't my favorite to play with, it's just because, like, sometimes their passing let them down a little bit. Sometimes, like, I wish I had more skilled players. But as an overall team, like, they play very, very well together. They set themselves up in good situations, and, like, I don't know, I was winning games. And, like, if you're winning games, you're not doing anything wrong. But we're going to put them all up for sale overnight. I'm just showing how they all go up overnight. And then I'll show you guys the next day coming up here. But we've got England versus Ukraine today, and I'm very, very excited to see this match. I want to see how Rooney fits into the squad after having been out 2 games. I think he's going to come on with a fiery passion from below. I think he's going to want to go out, and he's going to want to score goals and assert himself as still the main man for England, even though they did beat the Swedes in the previous matchup. But real quick, guys, all the cards that I'm listing on the screen, I'm listing them for more than I bought them for. That's always the way to start. Some of them I don't know if they will sell for a bit more. Some of them I'm just listing them for enough to cover the EA tax. But I should make a little bit of profit on this team, which is always, always, always a good thing. Landon Donovan, remember we played a CF to CAM card on him. That's why we can list him for a bit more, as that card does go for 1,500 coins, 2,500 coins. I cannot remember, but 9 of our cards have sold overnight. And just show you who they are on the screen: Robbie Rogers, Jermaine Jones, Breck Shea. Who else we got? Edgar Castillo, I believe, Opare, Clint Dempsey, and the rest of the lot. You guys can check that out if you are indeed interested in who they are. Just pause the screen and you'll be able to see it. There's Beckerman up there. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Path to Power in this 2-pack for the day. My name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.